The following is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
So here's why I've been gone so long. My cable got disconnected, and no cable means no internet. I am currently awaiting the equipment for our new service provider. I figured I'd try to get to the library and upload a few things for you guys. It's not something I can do every day, but at the very least, I can give you some updated chapters. I hope you enjoy.
Welcome one, welcome all to part 7 of What If Naofumi Iwatani was a child. Now, I last left you guys off at the church, and that's where we're going to continue. The nuns were still flabbergasted, and so too was His Holiness. But he came to rather quickly and walked up to Naofumi. Prince Naofumi, how precisely did you do that? Well, it's not that hard. I mean, I'm a cleric, and paladins can also make holy water. If they reach the proper level, that is. Of course, they know that, but it's rare for someone to actually pass the paladin requirement outside of joining the church. And of course, he never made any declarations to the Church of the Three Heroes. Well, I don't recall you joining the Church of the Three Heroes. How exactly are you? That's because I don't exactly need to join your church. Now, to be clear, how it works in D&D is, well, you magic, therefore your god exists. And with that, a cleric needs, well, the blessing of their god to do their blessings and all of that. In this instance, Naofumi did select a church, alright, but it wasn't the Church of the Three Heroes. Prince Naofumi, may I see your status? Oh, right. Naofumi Melremark. Status, Prince. Race, human. Title, Shield Hero. Class upgrade, Cleric. Religion, Order of the Four Heroes. Naofumi was smiling from ear to ear. Now, why exactly do you think the Shield Hero would join a religion where he himself is not welcome? Of course I'd join the Four Heroes. Now, this Naofumi has access to the Royal Library and would have technically read up on, well, the church, and would know about the church already. And as such precaution, he has, well, taken that precaution of joining the Church of the Four Heroes. It's still a church, it's still a faith. However, Melremark itself, as a whole, don't practice it yet. I see. So, you dare defy the... Don't talk to me about defy. I am a crowned prince and happen to be the Shield Hero. What are you going to do? kill me? If you did that, you do realize that the other three would be utterly screwed, right? Eventually, you'll need all 4 heroes to defeat the waves of catastrophe. Naofumi had the Pope there, and with that, he stormed off. Lord Naofumi, is that truly wise? A young spellcaster who came for an upgrade of her own, who I'm pretty sure I don't actually know her name, and since I don't have internet right now, I can't look that up. But I'm going to go with, well, Itsuki's spellcaster. Whether it was wise or not, dear, I chose it. I'm not going to join a church that wants nothing to do with me. They even tried to spread some hogwash about me having a brainwashing shield. Now, the Pope thinks himself in the clear, but I know for a fact that he attempted to pass that around. Of course, no one bought it. Since, well, they didn't have a royal to back them on this propaganda, like I said, no one bought the brainwashing shield at all. So the whole devil of the shield thing, well, that's still going to be there, but not to that extent. Since, for those of you that have seen Shield Hero, Red Shield Hero, I haven't done the latter myself. I might do that eventually. You know that Siltvelt adores, worships the Shield Hero. And, well, Siltvelt is a demi-human supremacy nation, while Melromark is a human supremacy nation. You get the point, yada yada. Well, there are still going to be some people that feel the hatred for the Shield as a whole, hero as a whole, but not Naofumi, like, well, the king. Speaking of which, they were going to go to the palace, but Naofumi made a point. He had a toy to play with, and he was going to go. However, he still had to inform the other heroes of said dungeon. Wait a minute, you're telling me there's a dungeon? Yeah, there is. Wait, Itsuki, you knew about this? Well, yeah, I kinda did. Well, sorry guys, but we're not quite ready for the public yet. Per Itsuki's suggestions, we've prepped an alternate route there, and we're going to use it as a tourist attraction. A tourist attraction? Are you serious? Sounds lucrative. I know, right? But yeah, you guys should check my level. Status! All the other 3 heroes go slack-jawed and wide-eyed. Naofumi had surpassed them in level. He was level 30. They were level 15. How? Oh, yeah. By the way, Ren and Motoyasu, you're welcome. My son and, well, not even just him, we cleaned your messes. And by that, I mean this. That's plant you did no research on, Motoyasu? Now Fumi cleaned that up. And you, Ren, this may feel like a game to you. Mommy, please let me finish. Very well. This ain't a game, Ren. This is real. The consequences. You chose to just leave a corpse of high power there. And guess what? It rotted, it decayed, it spread illness to the town and went undead. You want to know how I got way higher? I killed that thing. I solved the problem you created. Now, from now on, you both need to know that you're heroes. You should act like it. Remember, your actions have consequences. Goodbye now. With that, Naofumi pretty much decided to head out for a fast travel of types to Loot Village. And by fast travel, I mean Philo is jetting like crazy. They've got this magically enhanced carriage now, so they don't feel the shock of Philo going pretty much ham with her running. They are in Loot Village within 20 minutes. And Loot Village is coming along nicely. Of course, Itsuki wanted to join them, but her party had business in Castletown of Melremark, so that was a no. It's good to be home. Well, Mommy, I didn't think you were going to refer to Loot as home. Well, that's what it is, dear. Home. Yeah. Miss Mine's right. This is totally home now. I can't wait to just relax in the bath. You and me both. This is gonna be awesome. What are you girls talking about? We should get in there as soon as possible. You do realize that, well, we've leveled up, our gear hasn't? Good point. Mine didn't even bother because, well, Naofumi did it for him. He's so gung-ho about trying that dungeon that he was about to go in there with under-leveled equipment, or rather, well, for him, under-leveled equipment, which is, well, just his armor, and under-leveled gear entirely for the rest of his party. Yeah, that's not going to do. Well, I would go down a few days from now, and during that off time, Naofumi would be working on his bolt caster. And Raftalia was finally talking about her nightmares. So, apparently, she'd talk about the Lord, whom I can't really remember his name at the moment, and no internet, so I can't look that. No one is going to get away for hurting my Raftalia. No one. To be clear, he's laying in Raftalia's lap at the moment. Now, Fumi. Now, she's just happy that now Fumi's being, I wouldn't say lovey-dovey, but carefree with her. Now, as far as the smith in town goes, or rather, the main smith in town, the old man himself chose to stay there. He felt that it would become extremely lucrative to serve in the town that the shield hero, well, lives in. And he's right. Old man, I have a favor to ask of you. I need 2 blades made, and I need them to be a matching set. One is for my mother, Princess Malty, and the other is for my knight, Raftalia. I have a rather intriguing ore that I'd like you to use. Now, said intriguing ore, I'm gonna be flat out with you. It's mithril. How we got it? Well, no, it's not even mithril. It's the dragon bone. Or rather, a purified version of the bone. He purified the bones. In one of them. Now, to be specifically, I don't think the bones and the gems are entirely different. I don't think the bones are going to cause much trouble as much as the gem that Philo has in her would cause. So they're just going to be intriguing weapons that they're going to keep on them from now on. Bone weaponry. Yes, but can you do it? What would you want this for? Well, you see, I don't need... The bones themselves are going to go in the hilt. The blade, you'll use the mithril for. Ah. So, what do you have in mind? I'm glad you asked. Essentially, what came up would be, and now he would do this in a matter of, well, technically, days. These aren't going to be quite masterwork swords. Oh, who am I kidding? Between the old man and Naofumi, these two blades are masterwork level items. And they were made in sets to level with them. So that's pretty cool. The blades we're going to call Pain and Suffering. Pain is pretty much going to have a buff to its, well, for starters, sharpness. It's going to be incredible. They're both sharp swords, but Pain's even stronger than that. And Suffering essentially has a guaranteed bleed damage. So, and, well, what the thing is, Suffering is going to be going to mine, and Pain is going to Raftalia. Now, another thing for Pain, we're going to say Pain does triple damage on a critical instead of double. So, we're going to go with that. Pain is going to be, well, standard broadsword, while Suffering is going to be made into a, well, short sword. It just works. Now, mine might say something about why Raftalia got the more impressive blade, but then she thinks about it. Raftalia's the front man for the most part, so of course she'd get the more impressive sword. Now, as far as Philo goes, Naofumi had, well, a little mithril left over, so she gets claw attachments when she's in her, well, human form. She doesn't really need them on her, well, person when she's not. Are we ready to go, girls? Yes. I think we are good to go. Yes, Naofumi, I'm ready. I'm about as ready as I'll ever be, darling. Let's do this. Now, they dive down. So if there are any D&D people out there, if you played Mad Mage, yes. This is essentially what that dungeon is. So they're going out and about and around, traveling too, when they see a small mob of goblins. Philo goes for it, but Naofumi stops her. Hold on. I want to see what's going on here. I don't think it's a good idea for us to just go in gung-ho. Sorry, Naofumi. Don't be sorry. Be careful, Philo. Just because I can heal better and buff better now doesn't mean we want to necessarily be using it, considering all the MP that drains from me. It won't happen again. I promise. I really do. Good. Now then, let's continue. Said goblins were talking and chattering. None of us speak Goblin. Luckily enough, however, and I'm really pulling this one out, he had a potion of translation, so he had a gab potion on him, so he's just gonna pop that one out. Yeah. Huh. Well, there haven't been very many people down here as of late. Yeah, true. But I'm sure the latest loot will help. Yeah, some idiots came down. Guys? Did we open this dungeon to the public yet? No. No, we have not, son. Someone must have broken into our... No, we would have known. Someone broke in to the Black Fountain. We had better go save them. Now, they're describing this person. That's odd. Sounds like they have something of value. Maybe we should follow them to their base. Get a good map of the area. Of course, Naofumi doesn't have a good sneak skill. But the rogue there definitely does. Hey, Mommy, yeah? Once you think they're no longer of use, assassinate them. Ooh, fun. She gets to play with her assassinate skill that she really, really, really wanted to use. And as such, you know how I've told you guys flat out that Naofumi has, well, Ezio-like gear. He made her, and her being mine, the hidden blades. So those are always going to be on mine, no matter what. Soulbound magic. She has to literally remove them. They can't even be seen. So there's that. Well, while in their sheathed form at least. Now, just as they were heading to the door, when they were sure that there was a treasure trove that way, mine essentially puts up her cloak. Yes, she's wearing something far less flashy than what you see here. Like I said, imagine Ezio's finer robes, and that's what you got, only this one's more for sneaking. She goes in, sneaks up behind them, and dual assassinates them. And motions for, well, the rest of her party. They turn the door, unfortunately, to find a lot of treasure and a lot of goblins. Ah, crap. Here we go. Naofumi gets in the back and, well, does his buff thing. Gets his buff on. Casting, well, haste and divine protection aplenty. There's no knowing what these things have on them. But these aren't just goblins we're dealing with. There's goblins, hobgoblins, ogres, and oh dear, there's an Oni mage. Of course, both the Oni mage and Naofumi see each other and point them out as priority target number 1. Of course, it would really help if they had a marksman here. They don't have a marksman, but the goblins do. Luckily, Naofumi's got an auto-deflect skill. That would have been bad if I didn't have that. Now then, continuing to the fight, Naofumi uses his shadow magic, ducks into the shadows, yells, well, doesn't yell switch here, actually silently calls out switch, and lets, well, his mother assassinate the spellcaster for the enemies. She is having fun there. They weren't aware that he was behind them, so we're gonna go with the assassination just went critical there. So that dude's dead. However, now that he's dead, they're going to go all out. That's gonna be a problem. Philo, can we get a gust of wind in here? On it. A single gust of wind and a very bright flash came out to blind and befazzle the, well, enemy forces. They were down. And, well, our group made short work of that. Alright, so there's a lot of loot here. Let's take it all. Didn't they mention something about a VIP? Yeah, they did, but I don't think we want to bother with that. We're going to have to go further down, and I don't think we're ready for that. Oh, come on now, Fumi. There's no point in being so cautious. We're level 30. Good point, Mommy, but what do? We press forward. Now they press forward, and said VIP that they find was so dead and gone. This gives Naofumi an idea. Well, they're recently deceased. Maybe I can... Now Fumi lays hands on the recently deceased and calls out for a spell. Revivify. Said dead woman was brought back with 5 HP. How did you get down here? I heard rumors of a dungeon, and you do realize you are so in trouble. Yes, my prince, I do. Good. Now, we were gonna take your stuff, but since I could resurrect you, and by the way, keep that under the vest right now, that I can do that. Really don't want people knowing that I can do that just yet. You are going to work for us now. You are no longer an adventurer since you clearly can't cut it. But I think you would work pretty well as an outfitter. You seem to know your stuff. I'm sorry? We are going to put a guild building together, and you are going to be the new master of it. Or at least, that's the plan. I did revive you. You owe me. Yes, I suppose I do. So, what kind of pay would I be looking at? Mother? Mine goes over the figures, and, well, the woman's eyes go wide. I haven't really created a name for this woman yet, but when I do, she'll see her often in Loot Village, or at least often hear of her at the least. And they figure that they've had enough excitement for now, and realize that, well, they went up at least one level from that. Huh. I'm sorry, not even one level. Not even half a level. It's going to be harder for them to level now that they're level 30. It's going to take a lot more than some weak old goblins. Yes, I said weak. That dungeon was level 20. That area was, or at least that specific area was level 20. They are level 30. They were overpowered for that. Which is why that assassination just flat out killed the mage. Well, later guys.